Hey guys, and welcome back to some more Factorio. We are here in our building big factory, and I've done a little bit of work here. We're back at our smelters, and I don't know why I wandered up here, but we need to increase stuff, right? So this looks backed up. Well, it is backed up, at least on one side, but I've looked into green science, and it requires a lot of iron in total. Now, I have set up our red science here. I have 5 dudes going, 5 labs, although by the looks of it, it looks like we're potentially using them quicker than we can produce them, so I might need to throw in some more of these, because do remember that the science is like doubled, right? Everything has like 2 and such, so a bit more expensive. These are keeping up more than fine, as I figured. And yeah, so we really need to rush trains. Like, we're gonna rush trains like crazy here because the other iron patch is down here. Now, like, this copper patch, if I really needed it, I honestly would be okay with belting this down. 1, because it's not like super far, and 2, because it's actually pretty well lined up. But trying to get any of these 2 over via belts would not be ideal because 1, they're just far away anyway, and 2, we'd have to like go around all this stuff and connect in here. At least this would just line up right with the smelter. So I've researched a few things here. I do want to grab times 4. Holy shit. I actually don't think we need level 2 machines for green science. Normally you would, right? Because you would need the inserters, but this actually doesn't. None of these require 3 ingredients, right? So let's take a look here. I don't actually know exactly what trains need. It looks like we need automation, logistics 2, and steel. So really, we could probably get this pretty quick. We will need some steel. So let's go increase our production here, because we will be starting on green science shortly. And it's these guys are pretty packed in here. Now, I don't know, actually. I don't know how YARM is going to work with this type, with the train outpost thing, because the resource is actually different. As you can see, they're percents and stuff, so it may not even work. It may not really support it too well, which would that would be really unfortunate, to be honest with you, because it would be really nice to have to keep track of that stuff, especially once we get a ton of outposts and stuff. I didn't really want an underground, but I guess I'll take it anyway. Use it at some point. So we got that. We also need logistics 2, which might actually require green. No, it's not 3. Yes, it does require green. So I guess green is really what we're gonna need to do here. This takes absolutely forever. Good lord. Come on. Now, I know this belt is not balanced. At this point, it doesn't really matter because it's nowhere near full. I mean, all of it's going to get there anyway, right? and also it's being split here. So it's not a huge problem right now. Copper, I think, is fine. Not using a lot of copper, but if we look here, so we need the Atmos reaction nodes, which are actually really quite simple. Just the coils, which we're already making. I won't pull off of these, but we know it's simple enough. And then just iron, right? But like this thing takes 4 iron. It does generate 4, but then we need 2 more iron plus those for this, and then this goes into these guys, and goes into this, which also takes iron. So as you can see, it's a lot. Not to mention all the damn belts I'm gonna have to make, and assemblers, of course. Okay, so let's go ahead and extend this. Now, I could be stupid, and we could go kind of a not very good route and put 2 more of these on the other side of this belt to make it easier. And really, I'm tempted actually to do that, guys. I know I'm probably gonna get yelled at, and when I have people come in to join along, it's probably gonna get fixed, but this is more than supporting this, and this is just a yellow line, or yellow belt, And once we upgrade it, I think this could probably support what we need here. So I'm just waiting for stuff. Okay, so let's just plan. Those are gonna go there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is gonna be the output for that. And I don't think I have any inserters actually. So this is gonna go, and this is actually gonna be quite a bit harder to plan out. The first iteration of this might actually be kind of like our Browse Mods factory. I know you guys are gonna hate that in terms of the messiness, but some lights would be cool. But I might not be able to help it right this minute. I do plan to fix it though. Or maybe we'll be lucky and it'll turn out nice anyway. These trees, I think before next episode I need to install Agent Orange or something. Since we're going to be building a lot out here, I do not feel like clearing this forest forever. I'm sure you don't really care to watch me either. Really, how did I mess that up? These are 3, right? Not 2. Dirt. Okay. So we'll just copy these guys over. And then get this going. Right, so what we're making right now is we're making these, which just require iron and the other things. So this will actually be pretty simple, pretty clean, and actually, it's not really much of a reason. This requires 2 of these, right? And does this make 2 of these? This makes 8. Oh dear. Okay. So we'll say 1.5 seconds. Again, the ratios are a little off because the times are a bit weird, but I'm gonna estimate 1.5 seconds, and we need 2. These take 5 seconds and make, so 1.5 and 1.5 is 3. 3 seconds. So in the time it takes to make 3 of these, that would be 4.5 seconds about. And that would require 6 cables. And these make in 5 seconds and produce 8. So I think a 1-to-1 ratio might actually potentially work. I could be entirely wrong. Probably. Okay, so let's see how this works. I'm doing direct insertion really just to try to keep it as clean as possible. And then we just need to bring some iron down here. And we'll have it come this way. Need another splitter. Man, I am so low on iron. This is definitely a different way of playing. I'm really enjoying myself. I always look forward to recording before I do, and that's a good sign. And you guys seem to be enjoying it. The first and second episode seem to have done really quite well, which is awesome. Okay, so if we turn these on, wow, that actually works out very nicely. Now, obviously we can't. This is gonna like build up, right? So we won't be able to tell if the ratio is correct right away. This is actually pretty clean. I'm happy with this so far. Okay, so we got this, right? And what I've decided for science is what we're gonna do is, since we need the different labs for each type of science, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run like super long lines. So, excuse me, I'm just gonna have green science be on a different belt. And I had considered, when I was thinking about this, I considered to just have green and red on the same belt and then just one type of lab on one side and one on the other. But in hindsight, since the cost of everything is so expensive, I think it's better to have the potential to have one full belt of science. I think that's probably a good idea. So I'm gonna bring the green science over this way, and just have the other type of labs here. And then as we expand, we'll just make a huge line. I don't know if that's the best, but for this type of stuff, maybe it is. Trying to find anything else that's just red. Some armor. Armor might be good. I find it easier sometimes to lay out stuff a little backwards, so like figure out where I want that belt. And this is really funny. Here I am making all these belts and I had a ton here. Okay, so this has made its thing. Let's get some long-handed guys going and put these. So this is one product already done for green science. The other one is more complicated, but I feel like, wow, this works so well. I'm very pleased. Because normally with these little dinky power poles, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. It's a huge pain to get them to work, and like usually they're just strung all over the place, kind of like my smelting setup. So if I take a look here, we'll see this is already built up, so it's not a very good indication. So we do want to allow, if sometime in the future we want another set of red science machines across from these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this here just as a placeholder so I know that that goes there. And then we can figure out where we want to do green. And I'm actually surprised no one has mentioned this, even though it all works out anyway. But when I'm calculating these ratios, we do have to keep in mind that the assembly machine 1 actually only crafts half as fast. So it's kind of like doubled these times, but since I'm using level 1s on all of this, the same like ratios would still apply. Just kind of something to point out there. Let me actually like put a whole thing here so I don't keep forgetting. Okay, so if that's going to go there, why don't we do green science? Actually, we could just do green science here, couldn't we? Yeah, I like that. Right, so this is going to be green science. These trees are really going to piss me off, man. This crafting speed is taking forever. I mean, I only have like 5 or 6 labs anyway, so I guess that is a little bit of a problem. Now these are on the wrong side of the belt. Because I obviously want this and the other component to be on one belt. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to line this up. Again, I want to try to build as nice as possible. I had a lot of complaints with the Bios Mods factory. Okay, so we're going to side load, which is not always the best, but for this low volume of stuff, I think it's really not a problem. And again, I think this is why it will be so fun to have guests come in, because, you know, if like someone like Madzuri or Root or someone comes in who knows what they're doing a bit more than me, they can like correct me on this stuff. It'll be fun, as long as they don't go nuts and like tear up half the factory, right? All right. All right. So now we need to work on these. So if we go from the end product, we need 10 microcircuits. These do produce, each cycle does produce 10, so that is a good ratio, and I like how it says 1 to 1 here. That kind of tells you. So if we start with these, we need a copper plate and a micro wafer. Micro wafer takes 2 iron and 4 wafer stamps. And these wafer stamps take 4 iron. Okay, well then let's start with the wafer stamps. I guess I could just kind of, with the amount of iron it takes, I don't think that I want to pull off of the same line as this one is. I feel like that would definitely be a mistake. What I'm going to do, now splitting it this closely one after the other may not be the best. It may just create as much of a problem as we would have had by just pulling off of this line, but maybe not. I don't know. So we need so much more iron. Like this is, you'll see how quickly this disappears once we start actually making these things. Good lord, this takes forever. I mean, it does take, yeah, I mean, it's 30 seconds a cycle, so if we take these and we make these wafers. So it is a 1 to 1, right? It takes 4 iron, you get 4 of these. So it's not like you're getting really cheaped out, but it's still quite a bit of iron in the end here. And all this is like on one side. I feel like a belt balancer would be really nice right about now. I'm gonna do one that's really not good, I don't think. See, this is when I need like, this is when I need some other people to come in to like show me like what the perfect way to balance one belt is. This way I don't think is great, but for now it works, or maybe that is the best way. I don't know. I really don't know. And is this like, could this just go like that potentially? Yeah, that's a little cleaner. Okay, so we got these guys. Let's do this. I'd really like, we're 16 minutes. I'd like to get green science going this episode. That'd be really nice. Okay, so these dudes, and actually we might just do direct insertion again. So these are used in these, right? So we do need 4, right? So it's 1 per. This takes, and it takes the same amount of time, actually. So actually, yeah, let's just do direct insertion. And now that I think about it, I'm gonna need another iron line. I'd like to build more this way. I'm gonna try something. I think this series is going to be kind of about experimenting. I think it will be interesting. And you know, obviously stuff that doesn't work we will fix. But I wanna try some different stuff. So what I'm gonna do is, that's actually in the wrong place, is I'm gonna use the same iron line, and I feel like this is not gonna hold up. Right? This is not gonna be good. But I'm gonna do something like this because we're already very far down on the bus because we're building down more than this way. And I think we need to try to build this way a little bit. So I'm gonna do this. You know, I mean, let me know in the comments if this is just like suicide for my factory. This is just gonna like ruin everything. I think it's just gonna create a big iron bottleneck. Right, so we don't need that. We need these though. And I mean, we could just do, could just do direct insertion from here, right? Oh God, Skype! Stop it! Why is someone Skyping me right now? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so these go into this, right? So actually, this is gonna work out a lot cleaner than I thought it was, which is really nice. We might be able to get this done. Maybe not the green science itself actually going. Kind of like the last episode. I'd actually set up the red science thingies off screen, but we can get the components. I'm good with that. So, because this is, does this make 1 or 2? This makes 2 actually. It takes 3 seconds. Right. So it takes 3 to make 2. 3 seconds to make 2. But this needs 1 and it takes 1.5 seconds. About. Again, the numbers are very weird. But I think the ratio might be okay. Although based on the numbers, I think that this might be waiting very, very slightly for these. I think it's going to turn out that way, based on the numbers. But we'll see. I could do this, but I want it to line up, so we're not gonna. See, this is what I mean. Like, this is so many more power poles than I need. Shit. God damn it. Okay, let's actually take that, do something like that, get rid of this guy. There we go. Okay, so these, and then these just go right into these guys, right? But these actually need copper as well. So let me turn this around. I have copper coming here. And then this guy is gonna go like that. This is gonna export. I could maybe have it export directly again using long-handed. Let's bring the copper on down. And yeah, we're making good progress. Green science already on episode 3. I think that's pretty good. And there I was about to be a derp and just send it right along there. Sometimes I forget to split it, and that's a bad habit to get into. Alrighty. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Alright, so we got that. So these go into this, right? And it's also a 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm just going to go more direct insertion, because why not? Now I could have them directly insert this way. This does require iron. I could use long-handed inserters there. I don't know. I mean, that would be more compact. Run iron here. Would that work? Oh, this is going to be nuts, guys. Oh dear, this is going to be nuts. See, so the problem, here's the problem. If we do it this way, this is not expandable. Well, actually it is. Actually, it is. Right, because we would just do it more, we would just expand it this way, I suppose, maybe. I feel like this is not going to work, but we'll see. Okay, so let's bring on down the belt. I know this episode might be just a couple minutes long. I really want to get this set up. I think we're going pretty fast. We're making good progress. All right, so that went there. Let's I guess we can underground this. I know it's a waste just going one, but whatever. Let's make a splitter. Go something like that. This guy's gonna come here. And then what's gonna happen? Oh, see, this is where we're gonna have a problem. This won't work because these still need to export somewhere, right? I could do something like really, really funky. Let's try it. I don't think this is gonna work. I really don't. Alright, so if we do this, and then we go like that. That'll actually work. Dear Lord, guys, we got it. All right, so this is so bad. Hey, it looks pretty clean though. I mean, you must admit, I could have just put these down here, which I might. I still might. I'm not sure. However, yeah. I mean, this is gonna work. I can't believe this. All right, let's bring this guy up. Get that curve in there, and yeah. So sorry about the little bit of longer episode, but I mean we're making good progress. Green science is done. Well, I mean not done, but it will be. And then at that point, we're actually really close to trains. We'll need some steel. We'll need some engine units to be made to actually make the locomotives, but that's really not that hard. So what's going to happen here? Well, it might actually help if we had like inserters, right? Yeah, right. We need fast inserters for this. I forgot they take 10. These do take 1.5 seconds. These take 1.5 seconds. Yeah, we need fast inserters. Potentially like 3. Yeah. Alright, I think that's going to be it, guys. This episode is a little long, 24 minutes-ish, but I'm really glad we got this going. Again, I will set up the actual science things off screen, but yeah, I mean, we're good to go. I might need to expand this more this way, but that's actually not that difficult. I can just copy the pattern. And let me know what you think. Let me know if you think this is going to work or if it's really not going to work, if you like it. It's a lot cleaner than I would normally build, which I think is a good thing. And see, now this is actually running perfectly. Since they create so slow, this amount of iron will be fine. But again, I think we're probably just going to need more of them to actually produce enough for science, but we'll see. Anyway, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Do hope you all enjoyed. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take